The Mike Wagner Show is powered by Sonic Web Studios. If you're looking to start or upgrade your online presence, visit www.sonicwebstudios.com for all of your online needs. Sonic Web Studios specializes in custom web design, app development, social networking, search engine optimization, domain registration, email marketing, online stores, and more. Since our birth, we have been designing and developing immaculate websites and providing web solutions which are a cut above the rest. As a leading web designing enterprise, we have a team of extremely talented web designers who are well-focused and have the experience of working on multiple web developing platforms such as PHP, Magento, custom WordPress, and more. Sonic Web Studios has been helping businesses of all kinds, whether big, small, established, or startup, impress their audiences with exemplary web solutions. We don't just create beautiful and functional websites. We give you a complete online solution with the main goal of enhancing your yearly revenues. We aim to give your business the online exposure and brand acknowledgement that will help you in achieving increased conversions leading to profitable sales. Call 1-800-303-3960 or visit us online at www.sonicwebstudios.com to get started today. Mention the Mike Wagner Show and get 20% off your project. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level.
Hey everybody, it's Mike from the Mike Wagner Show. It's time to give a shout out to our official sponsor of the Mike Wagner Show, international award-winning author Mian Mohsen Zia. If you love fast-paced mysteries, then you'll love Missing by Mian Mohsen Zia. Available on Amazon in paperback and ebook. Missing is fast-paced and intriguing with an unforgettable twist. It takes place in 4 countries with 2 strangers and 1 target where truth is an illusion and those you love will be the first to go missing. It's available in paperback and ebook on Amazon. Missing by Mian Mohsen Zia has garnered great reviews and is even loved by Hollywood celebrities including Joanna Cassidy, Forbes Riley, and many others. So grab your copy today. Order Missing by Mian Mohsen Zia, now available at Amazon.
It's now time for the Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. The Mike Wagner Show can be heard on Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartradio, YouTube, iTunes, Anchor FM, Radio Public, and the MikeWagnerShow.com. Mike brings you great guests and interesting people from all across the globe. So sit back, relax, and enjoy another great episode of the Mike Wagner Show.
Hey everybody, it's Mike from the Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. Looking at a professional website without breaking your budget? Sonic Web Studios is the answer. Sonic Web Studios offers fast, affordable, custom web designs that blow the competition away. Call today, 1-800-303-3960. That's 1-800-303-3960. Or email to support@sonicwebstudios.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show. Get 20% off your first project. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level. Also, time to give a shout out to our official sponsor of the Mike Wagner Show, international award-winning author Mian Mohsen Zia. If you love fast-paced mysteries, you'll love Missing by Mian Mohsen Zia. Available on Amazon in paperback and ebook. Missing is fast-paced and intriguing with an unforgettable twist. Takes place in 4 countries, 2 strangers, and 1 target, where truth is an illusion and those you love will be the first to go missing. It's available on paperback and ebook on Amazon. Missing by Mian Mohsen Zia has garnered great reviews and even loved by Hollywood celebrities, including Joanna Cassidy, Forbes Riley, and many others. So grab your copy today. Missing by Mian Mohsen Zia, available on Amazon. Also, the Mike Wagner Show can be heard on the MikeWagnerShow.com. You can check our Facebook page at Facebook.com/The Mike Wagner Show. You can download and listen on Facebook, SoundCloud, Spreaker, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Also on Anchor FM, iTunes, Google Play, Amazon, and Audible. Coming soon to Podbean, Buzzsprout, Pandora, and TuneIn. Heard worldwide on Geo 7, Radio Public, Himalaya, and more. Take the Mike Wagner Show on any mobile device. Subscribe to the Mike Wagner Show on the YouTube channel. And follow the Mike Wagner Show on Instagram and Twitter today. We're here with a wonderful author who is not only an author of several books, which is A View from the Front Porch and Autumn's Journey, also Flecks of Gold on a Path of Stone, and Intimate Collision, and more. He also has a new book called The Self That I Long to Believe In. It's out on Beacon Publishing, and he's also a professional counselor, a coach, and he's also has an Associate of Science from Hocking Technical College, a Bachelor of Arts in Religion with emphasis on Christian education from Azusa Pacific, Master of Divinity from involving family, pastoral care, and counseling from Fuller Theology Seminary, and from Colorado. I mean, the list is just impressive. So live, ladies and gentlemen, from the Plus Studios, somewhere in beautiful Colorado, ladies and gentlemen, the very, very multi-talented and very wonderful author, Craig Lounsbrough. Craig, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thanks for joining us today.
Hey, man, I appreciate the opportunity to be here, and thank you for that very kind introduction.
And it's great to have you on board as well, too. And I look forward to, talking about your book, The Self That I Long to Believe In, The Challenge of Building Self-Esteem. And, of course, you've been a professional counselor and coach. You also have an Associate of Science from Hocking Technical College and also a bachelor's in religion with Christian education from Azusa Pacific, and a lot more. You also have some books out. And before we get into all that, tell us how you first got started, Craig.
I'm sorry, say it again?
No, tell us how you first got started.
Oh, I got started, well, in writing in particular?
Or
just in general?
Let's go just in general and then in writing. So we love to hear about the story behind Craig and before the writing. And you just have an amazing story.
Well, I appreciate that. I think the story began quite some time ago. I had some great parents. It's particularly in this culture we had today. I was fortunate to have some really solid parents. We're Depression-era World War II folks, and so I was blessed to be raised by the Golden Generation, which instilled in me a lot of, I think, really good things. But one, fundamentally, that I think was the underlying driver was a passion to make an impact in the world. And I took that passion originally into wildlife biology, so taking that from a more environmental perspective. But as time rolls on, you realize, or at least I did anyway, that I think the investment in people would be better served and more meaningful for me, and headed off in that direction. And since then have tried to work with people, and we actually have worked with people in a number of capacities, which I've been very privileged and fortunate to do so. But obviously the underlying piece in all of that is to just bring something positive to the lives of people wherever they happen to be, and to leave a legacy wherein that I've left the world a little bit better than the way that I found it. And that's really driven everything from the counseling piece to the ministry piece to the coaching piece to the writing of the books, really just to make a positive impact in a world that is really in need of positive impacts. And that's been the driver behind a very long, very fruitful, and frankly fun journey that I've been privileged to have.
It sounds like you've been on a fun journey. And what was one precise moment that influenced you into getting into counseling, coaching, and just helping people overall? I mean, it sounds like you're really making a great change in the world today.
Well, you do your best to do that. In terms of one event, I mean, when people ask me that question, my mind always goes to multiple events, only because I've had the privilege of having so many.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, rather than one event, I think there have been a number of events where you're able to impact a life that truly is struggling, a life that has got a lot of pain associated with it. And you're given the privilege of intersecting that life on a deep level, that people kind of grant you entrance, if you will, into their pain, into their struggle, into their trauma, into a very dark history. They grant you the privilege of entrance into that. And then to be able to come inside like that, partner with people, and watch a transformational change in their lives, to the point that even today, after so many years, I still get letters and emails from folks that I worked with 10, 20, sometimes 30 years ago.
Wow.
That the opportunity they gave me, that is, to intersect their lives, was transformational and is carried out through the years now into their own marriages, their own families, their children, and so on and so forth. So I've had many events that embody that kind of dynamic, so it's hard to pick one, but it's the privilege of being invited into a life and being given the opportunity to really do something transformational in that life that carries for generations. And to me, that's an exceptional privilege, and I just cherish those opportunities.
Mm-hmm. And you also went to school with a number of institutions like Hocking Technical College and Azusa Pacific and Fuller Theological Seminary, and maybe you can tell us about some of that and some of the other schools you went to.
Well, Hocking Technical College, that was a great experience, first experience away from home, as you can imagine, and that was really to go into wildlife biology, to really try to make an impact in the environment. And I had a great experience there and some opportunities to work in the out of doors and work in park systems and really do that. But at that point, after that, I really had a sense that I want to make an impact in people's lives. Environment has great value, very important, but I wanted to really do something in people. So off to Azusa Pacific I went, and I had a great opportunity, a great experience and opportunity there, as well as Fuller, and that was about building a faith-based understanding, growing in my own walk in terms of my relationship with God, while conversely really building an understanding of the field of psychology and how I can really maximize my work with people. So there was a metamorphosis. I would like to tell you that I started in one place in life and ended up in that place, but my journey bounced a bit, but the bouncing really contributed to where I am today in terms of giving multiple experiences that have really enlarged my understanding of life and really enhanced my ability to step up with people. So it's the educational piece was a great ride. I don't regret it. And a lot of people along the way, and got to do a lot of cool things in people's lives along the way as well.
Mm-hmm. And of course, you just had some amazing stories as well, too. We'll talk about some of your books in just 1 minute, but first listen to The Mike Wagner Show at themikewagnershow.com, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. Looking at a professional website without breaking your budget? Sonic Web Studios is the answer. Sonic Web Studios offers fast, affordable, custom web designs that blow the competition away. Call today, 1-800-303-3960. That's 1-800-303-3960. Or email to support@sonicwebstudios.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show. Get 20% off your first project. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level. Also, time to give a shout-out to our official sponsor of the Mike Wagner Show, international award-winning author Mia Mosin-Zia. If you love fast-paced mysteries, you'll love Missing by Mia Mosin-Zia. Available on Amazon in paperback and ebook. Missing is fast-paced and intriguing with an unforgettable twist. Takes place in 4 countries, 2 strangers, and 1 target, where truth is an illusion, and those you love will be the first to go missing. It's available on paperback and ebook on Amazon. Missing by Mia Mosin-Zia has garnered great reviews and even loved by Hollywood celebrities, including Joanna Cassidy, Forbes Riley, and many others. So grab your copy today. Missing by Mia Mosin-Zia, available on Amazon. Also, The Mike Wagner Show can be heard on themikewagnershow.com. You can check our Facebook page at facebook.com/The Mike Wagner Show. You can download and listen on Facebook, SoundCloud, Spreaker, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Also on Anchor FM, iTunes, Google Play, Amazon, Audible, and Apple. Coming soon to Podbean, Buzzsprout, Pandora, and TuneIn. Heard worldwide on Geo7, Radio Public, Himalaya, and more. Take The Mike Wagner Show with you on any mobile device. Subscribe to The Mike Wagner Show on the YouTube channel, and follow The Mike Wagner Show on Instagram and Twitter today. We're here with professional counselor and coach and author of The Self That I Long to Believe In, Craig Lounsbrough, here on The Mike Wagner Show. And before we talk about your latest book, you also wrote some other books, like A View from the Front Porch, and Autumn's Journey, Flecks of Gold on a Path of Stone, and An Intimate Collision, and more. And tell us about some of your books. I mean, you got an amazing array out there.
Well, I appreciate that. I think, broadly speaking, there's a quote that says, "The pen is mightier than the sword."
Mm-hmm.
And that's a quote that I embraced many, many years ago. And the idea of the books, of course, is to really help people see life differently, give them hope, give them practical insights, fresh direction, to really speak to people in the context of their journey in 20th and 21st century America.
Mm-hmm.
And so all of these books are designed to do that. The one novel, The Eighth Page, A Christmas Journey, that's the one novel I have written, which was quite an undertaking. That's a very different kind of thing to write. But the idea there was the same thing, to speak into people's lives, but to do it in the context of a story, and to deliver meaning and hope and inspiration to people's life through the context of a unique and hopefully uplifting story. So all of the books, really, the main goal of those books is when the person puts the book down for the last time, that in some way, whatever way that might be, their lives are a little different, a little better, and in a better position. And so that's what drives the writing of all the books, even though the topics of each book happen to be different.
Mm-hmm. And of course, it's also interesting how you have them as well, too. Of course, with your first book, A View from the Front Porch, you also have Autumn's Journey, Deep Growth in the Grief and Loss of Life Seasons, and Flecks of Gold. And that's an interesting one. I seem to like that one, Simple Truth for Profound Living.
Yeah, it's the premise of that particular book is quite simple, in that it's the simple things in life that are the profound things, and we get lost, I think, in the complexities of living life in our world today. And because we get lost in the complexities, I don't know that we ever really find any kind of grounding. I don't know that we ever really get in the space that we need to get in, because we are lost in all of those things. And if you walk the complex things backwards, if you will, you'll find that their origins are really quite simple. And that's not to simplify life by any stretch of the imagination, but it is to say that I think if we come back to some simple values, simple points of view, simple belief systems, simple perspectives, and we can embrace those, and then we can incorporate those in larger life, it's amazing what that can do in our lives, both in just providing a transformational effect, as well as assisting us in more effectively living our lives in a meaningful kind of way. And so that particular book was designed to walk people back in that manner and give them some simple ideas that they can plug in and will hopefully make an impact in their lives.
Mm-hmm. And I'm sure it does as well, too. And, of course, there's a lot of problems that are, happening in the world today, with, suicides, PTSD, drug use, and whatever else. And with all the problems that's going on in the world these days, what is the one message out there that you want to convey to everybody at this point?
Well, going down that particular road, I think the number one message would be hope. Mm-hmm. Without hope, I don't know how mankind survives. And so whether it's PTSD or whether it's suicide or whether it's a divorce or whether it's an addiction or whatever it happens to be, and there's a lot of issues out there today, it's the idea of hope, the idea that things can be different, that things can be better, that problems can, in fact, be solved. I think it's the concept of hope that gives people, regardless of what their struggles are, that gives people the sense that life is worth living, I can go forward, and life can be different. And so from where I'm coming from, I think hope is utterly instrumental and foundational in helping people navigate life and living.
Mm-hmm. And, of course, that leads us to the challenge of building self-esteem, and we'll talk about the book, The Self That I Long to Believe In, the challenge of building self-esteem, with author Craig Lounsbrough on the Mike Wagner Show. We'll talk about it in just a minute. You listen to the Mike Wagner Show at themikewagnershow.com, powered by Sonic Web Studios, and also by our official sponsor of the Mike Wagner Show, international award-winning author Me and Motion Zia of Missing, available on Amazon and ebook. We'll be back with author Craig Lounsbrough after this timeout on the Mike Wagner Show.
The Mike Wagner Show is powered by Sonic Web Studios. If you're looking to start or upgrade your online presence, visit www.sonicwebstudios.com for all of your online needs. Call 1-800-303-3960 or visit us online at www.sonicwebstudios.com to get started today. Mention the Mike Wagner Show and get 20% off your project. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level.
Hey everybody, my name is Forbes Riley, and I'm an American actress and a TV host. And I was delighted when I got my copy of Missing, which is Extraordinary Relation of Ordinary People, based on a real-life relationship. It's well written. It's amazing. It talks about a man who has lost his wife and his daughter, and it's very well done. I'm going to highly recommend that you go get your copy of Missing. It is a powerful, exciting read. Mr. Mian Moshe Zia. He is the author of Missing. And I want to give a big shout out and a kiss all the way halfway around the world to my dear friend. Check him out at Mia's website. It's called www.miamotionzea.com. Missing, available on Amazon. Again, I'm Forbes Riley, and I will see you again soon. Bye-bye.
Hey everybody, it's Mike from The Mike Wagner Show. The Mike Wagner Show can be heard on over 30 podcast platforms, including Facebook, SoundCloud, Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Anchor FM, iTunes, Google Play, Amazon, Audible, Apple, and more. Coming soon to Podbean, Buzzsprout, Pandora, and TuneIn, where The Mike Wagner Show interviews great guests, cool conversation, lots of laughs, coffee, and more. Take The Mike Wagner Show with you on any mobile device. Subscribe to The Mike Wagner Show on the YouTube channel, and follow The Mike Wagner Show on Instagram and Twitter today.
Hey, this is Ray Powers. And if there's one thing you can count on in these unpredictable times, it's that you're in good hands getting some great radio, courtesy of The Mike Wagner Show.
We're here with author Craig Lounsbrough, also professional counselor and coach, and also has degrees from Hocking Technical College, BA Religion from Azusa Pacific, here on the Mike Wagner Show, talking about the book that's out by Beacon Publishing, The Self That I Long to Believe In, the challenge of building self-esteem. And tell us more about that book and what inspired you to write it.
Well, it was great questions. What inspired me to write it was self-esteem or low self-esteem. We see a lot of that in the counseling field. And when I actually wrote this book, the journey to this particular book was a little unique in that over the years I've written a lot of articles. And I sat down with those articles and thought, how could I assemble some of these articles and incorporate them into an actual book, and what would that book be? And as I combed through the many articles over the years, the thing that I frankly unexpectedly found was that a lot of the articles I had written were related to low self-esteem. And it dawned on me, and it kind of became clear to me, that low self-esteem has been something that's been quite predominant in terms of the patients that I have worked with over the years, to the point that I've written a number of articles around it without even really realizing I'd written that many articles. And so I pulled those articles together and spent a number of months just kind of revising them and pulling them together in a seamless kind of manner to produce the book that you've mentioned, The Self That I Long to Believe In. And as I was writing it, the understanding of the impact of low self-esteem became ever clearer to me, even though I've seen it so many years in the counseling field, in that self-esteem and low self-esteem undermines everything. So self-esteem is one of those things that its reach is significant, and it touches every area of a person's life, and the impact can be profound. And so that obviously continued to create a sense of inspiration and compelled me to put this particular book together. So it was a fun journey to really revisit some stuff from the years past, but also to really speak something into a lot of people's lives who struggle with self-esteem and how devastating that can be.
Mm-hmm. And it does sound like it too. And of course, you also offer some services like helping build self-esteem and some of the issues out there. And how can people get in touch with you when it comes to counseling and everything else?
Well, probably one of the best ways is through our website. Our website is www.craiglounsbrough.com. That's probably one of the best ways, and all of our contact information is there. In addition, the website offers a wide variety and array of resources for folks as well, so that'd be hopefully helpful for them.
Mm-hmm.
So that's probably the best way to get in contact with our organization.
Okay, and how can people purchase your books?
Amazon, Barnes & Noble. We also sell it on our website. And obviously, it's available where most books are sold, but certainly Amazon and Barnes & Noble are probably the key place to get it.
Okay, that sounds very good. We're here with author Craig Lounsbrough of The Self That I Long to Believe In, the challenge of building self-esteem here on the Mike Wagner Show. And of course, what can we expect from you in 2021 and beyond, Craig?
What can we expect from me, huh?
We're not putting pressure on you whatsoever, so we're help build you up. So,
well, I do appreciate that. Well, here's what you can expect is obviously the next couple of books are in the works, so we're looking at putting those together with the same theme of really speaking something positive and helpful into a culture that is struggling. That we do a lot of social media work just to get a lot of material out there to folks, to try to provide that support and encouragement via numerous social media channels. So obviously we invest a lot of time in the writing aspect of kind of what I do. Of course, from a counseling aspect and coaching aspect perspective, we continue to serve our community, but we also serve people globally through that. So we continue to build that, refine what we do from a counseling perspective so that what we offer is effective, and same from a coaching perspective, to really provide people an effective means of personal and professional growth via the coaching services that we offer. So it's just continue to build upon what we have done and continue to move forward in the way we have in the past.
Mm-hmm. And that's so amazing, too. And we encourage people to reach out if they need help, and also pick up his book as well, too. And who do you consider your biggest influence in your career, Craig?
I'm sorry, can you say that again?
I'm sorry, who do you consider biggest influence in your career?
The biggest influence in my career?
Correct, yes.
Well, in terms of the impact of the career itself on other people, is that what you're asking?
It can be either way, or in general.
So I think the biggest impact of the career in terms of how the career impacts other people is really the takeaway that people have in terms of intersecting a life for whatever period of time we're given the privilege to intersect that, whether that's in the counseling capacity, a coaching capacity, through the books, through the social media, and impacting them in a way that moves them and allows the trajectory of their lives to be just a little bit different, a little bit healthier, a little more positive direction, and to watch that unfold in the lives of people and in the months and years following our work with them, to really hear from folks the impact that we were able to make. And it's a privilege to be able to do that. I think that's kind of the biggest impact we have as a practice, and I think the biggest impact on me and kind of what impacts my practice is people out there, like-minded people who are doing the same thing, and really seeing them do that and hearing the stories of the lives they have impacted, and understanding that there's a community of people out there who really are committed to making our world a better place. And in the midst of the world that we live in today, knowing that there is, quite frankly, an army of folks who've committed their lives to really improving our world, that's just uplifting, and it gives me energy and motivation to continue to do what I do. So that's what impacts, I think, me and my practice.
Mm-hmm. And that's very fascinating as well, too. It's just amazing what you do, Dr. Craig. And what's the best advice you can give to anybody at this point?
Well, the best advice I can give to anybody, I think, goes back to the comment of hope. You have to find hope in the midst of your situation. In other words, a lot of people look at their situation as the end-all of their life circumstances, that it's something they won't get beyond. There are obstacles or barriers that they simply will not get past, and they develop an apathy. There's a surrender of sorts to life or life circumstance or whatever it might be. And I think the advice I would give people is I've learned over the years that human beings are incredibly intelligent, very tenacious, have resources that they often don't understand, have capabilities that they rarely exercise, and that we are capable of achieving far more and overcoming far more than we understand ourselves to be able to do. And to really have confidence or have faith in who we are and what we're capable of, I think that's huge in terms of being able to face the obstacles and challenges with the courage and the tenacity to really overcome them, go forward, and to have other people watch us do that and inspire them in their journey as well. And so I think just to never discount, never discredit, and never minimize the capabilities that you possess to deal with the things in life that you're dealing with. You can overcome more than you realize. And
that's very inspirational as well, too. And certainly look forward to having you on, Craig, very soon. Once again, author Craig Lounsbrough of The Self That I Long to Believe In, The Challenge of Building Self-Esteem through Beacon Publishing on the Mike Wagner Show. Craig, a very big thank you for your time. You've been absolutely amazing. Looking forward to having you again soon. And do us a favor, keep us up to date, and tell us about your upcoming projects, what's your website, how do people contact you, where can people purchase a book or inquire about your services?
Yeah, absolutely. They can contact me on the website at www.craiglpc.com, and you will find all my books on Amazon and Barnes & Noble, so you'll find that there as well. So all those resources are out there and readily available, and we look forward to hearing from folks and seeing how we can be of service to them. Sounds great. We will certainly do that. And once again, Craig, a very big thank you for your time. You've been absolutely amazing and inspirational. Looking forward to having you again soon. Do us a favor, keep us up to date. Love you back on in 2021 and beyond. And don't forget to keep in touch. You've been absolutely fantastic. Hey, man, it's a privilege to be here, and I appreciate the opportunity to do it.
The Mike Wagner Show is powered by Sonic Web Studios. If you're looking to start or upgrade your online presence, visit www.sonicwebstudios.com for all of your online needs. Sonic Web Studios specializes in custom web design, app development, social networking, search engine optimization, domain registration, email marketing, online stores, and more. Since our birth, we have been designing and developing immaculate websites and providing web solutions which are a cut above the rest. As a leading web designing enterprise, we have a team of extremely talented web designers who are well-focused and have the experience of working on multiple web developing platforms such as PHP, Magento, Custom WordPress, and more. Sonic Web Studios has been helping businesses of all kinds, whether big, small, established, or startup, impress their audiences with exemplary web solutions. We don't just create beautiful and functional websites. We give you a complete online solution with the main goal of enhancing your yearly revenues. We aim to give your business the online exposure and brand acknowledgement that will help you in achieving increased conversions leading to profitable sales. Call 1-800-303-3960 or visit us online at www.sonicwebstudios.com to get started today. Mention the Mike Wagner Show and get 20% off your project. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level.
Hey everybody, my name is Forbes Riley, and I'm an American American actress and a TV host, and I was delighted when I got my copy of Missing, which is Extraordinary Relation of Ordinary People based on a real-life relationship. It's well written. It's amazing. You know, it talks about a man who has lost his wife and his daughter, and it's very well done. I'm going to highly recommend that you go get your copy of Missing. It is a powerful, exciting read. Mr. Mian Moshe Zia. He is the author of Missing. And I want to give a big shout out and a kiss all the way halfway around the world to my dear friend. Check him out at Mia's website. It's called www.miamoshenzea.com. Missing, available on Amazon. Again, I'm Forbes Riley, and I will see you again soon. Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening to The Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. The Mike Wagner Show can be heard on Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartradio, iTunes, YouTube, Anchor FM, Radio Public, and themikewagnershow.com. Please support our program with your donations at themikewagnershow.com. Join us again next time for another great episode of The Mike Wagner Show.